Hey guys, welcome back. It's Danielle here from Vogue Bandwagon. If you're new, thanks for clicking on the video. So not too long ago on Instagram stories, I said I would do a review of the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. This is what I'm wearing right now on my face. I was actually going to do a first impressions of this. That was like my initial plan, but the same day that I ran out of my last foundation was the same day that this came in the mail, so I needed foundation. Along with that, I did also order a new shape tape. A new shape tape because I was out of mine, and guys, this lasted forever. So if you're like considering whether it's worth buying, it's totally worth buying. Not only because it's like the #1 concealer ever, and I will probably never find anything better, but yes, it is worth the price. So, because I am wearing the foundation right now, you kind of get a sneak peek of what I think and how it lasts. I put this on 9 o'clock, I left the house, and it is now almost 5. So, that's like considered a full work day, I guess. I will try and zoom it in closer so you can kind of see what it looks like after a full day of work. And I didn't touch it up. Haven't touched my face since I get home. I set it with the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and I use the Laura Mercier powder on top. So let's see if I come in closer, if you guys can see what it looks like. Yes, I'm literally crawling across my table because I'm too lazy to stop the recording and zoom it in. So yeah, honestly, it looks pretty good. And I do think that the shade that I got is a little too light for me. The crappy thing about Tarte's website is that like it's hard to buy a foundation online anyway and color match yourself without seeing it in person. So I just did it based off of like the pictures they had on the website, and I ended up with Fair Neutral, which happens to be the same color as my Shape Tape Concealer, which I didn't know at the time. But I thought that this was going to match pretty good, which like it does. It matches pretty good, but I have to bronze it up a bit. So I am probably going to purchase a little bit of a darker color and see, because this will not work in the summer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually take this off, reapply the Shape Tape foundation again, and kind of, while I'm applying, talk with you guys at the same time. So I will be right back. Okay, I zoomed you guys in a little bit closer so you can see my lovely face. Just washed my face, put on my moisturizing cream, whatever. I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Stick, and I just put this in my T-zone. And then I take a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish, the purple one, pour them in a messy. And I just kind of pat this into my cheeks, because I tend to get oily in this area here, and above my eyebrows I tend to get oily. And then just rub in the rest. Okay, so I'm actually kind of glad that I decided to do a review rather than a first impressions, because to be honest, my first impressions of this foundation, the first time I put it on, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna end up returning this. Like, this just is not working. So I'm glad that before I'm giving you guys a review that I tested it out for 2 weeks. I think I tested this out, or a week, I don't remember. But anyways, moving on. It basically looks like a large version of the Shape Tape, which I think is so cute. I think this is glass. I'm almost afraid that one day I'm going to drop this and it's just going to shatter, but it's really thick. So I feel okay traveling with it, but I would like keep it in my makeup bag, not just like throw it in my bag. It has a little doe foot applicator. It looks like a Shape Tape, but made with glass. So again, first time I used this, I didn't know how much to use. It didn't blend out at all. It was patchy. I then went in with a second layer and it was cakey. So then the second day I used it, I put way too much and I looked ghostly because it's just a tad too light. The third day, I think I figured it out. So my suggestion is, for me anyways, and I like a full coverage. So each time I dip in this applicator, it covers like one section of my face. And then I usually have to go back in these areas where I'm breaking out, but that's okay. I do apply this with a wet beauty blender. And just like the concealer, I find that this dries really fast. It is very matte, which I really like. It is very full coverage. Covers very nice. I shouldn't have done that, but I totally popped a pimple when I was washing my face. Whatever. Like, even just from touching my face, again, like you guys know, I get pretty red, so it's covering up that redness with just one layer of foundation. Even all the redness from my breakouts here, gone. So far, I don't have any complaints on this foundation. The only thing that I found is that by the end of, I think, about 6 hours, it got like a little bit cakey in the corner of my nose, but that was like it. I am also like in severe need of a good hydration mask, so it does pick up a little bit of texture on my forehead, but nothing concerning. So I just go back in those areas where I have breakouts and just apply a little bit more. So I know I'm hearing like that the hydration one is not as full coverage as the matte one, and that people with dry skin are wanting to purchase the matte one, which I think is fine, but if you tend to have a lot of texture from your dryness, like those fine lines, if anything's peeling, that will show up with the matte foundation just because it is a very thick, full coverage consistency. Again, usually my concealer is a shade lighter than my foundation, but it ended up being the same color. I have never had anything bad to say about the Shape Tape concealer, so I was so excited to try the foundation. Okay, so foundation and concealer is on. Again, like not a huge difference in my skin. This is the Fair Neutral, and it does kind of make me look ghostly, so I think that I could go a shade, like one shade darker than this maybe. But I'm going to go ahead and put on the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm just going to use my Sigma F25 brush. Believe it or not, this is my first time. This is a new bottle of Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is my first time using the powder. I was using the Tarte Shape Tape with the Dermablend. Do I have it in here? No, I left it upstairs. The Dermablend powder, which I love Dermablend. I love all of their products, except for the tinted setting powder. I don't know what it is, but I do not like it. The translucent setting powder, I love. So before I went out and got the Laura Mercier, I was using the Dermablend tinted translucent powder, and it was okay with the Tarte Shape Tape, but they didn't complement each other that great. But the Laura Mercier powder seems to be working really well with this Tarte Shape Tape. Because of the whiteness that this is giving me, I'm just going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just kind of bronze up my face a bit, and then I will finish everything up. I am super lazy right now. I'm probably just going to head to the movies in a bit, so I'm not going to do anything crazy on my face. Honestly, I'll probably just put on some mascara and call it a day. So I will do that off camera and tell you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, final thoughts. I am such a lazy a-hole today. I don't even think My eyebrows are even, but just one of those days, you know? Whatever. Just leave that be. Final thoughts. I will be buying this in my correct shade. It covers very nicely. I have tested it a lot and I have gone, I look like a mess. I have gone full work days without touching this up, so that's like, I think I even went like 10 hours without touching this up, and I got a little bit of oil like here, but nothing that I would usually get with other foundations. So that was a big plus. Very mattifying. There is no satiny, dewy, nothing to this. This is just blank canvas, which I really like. Price point Canadian, this I think was about $50. So it's quite average for a foundation. I'm not sure how much is in here, but it does seem like there's a lot in here. Equal, if not more, to another foundation. First few times I used it, it was a little hard to figure out how to use it, but now that I know how, I love it. So I will continue using this foundation. I know there was this whole controversy of Tarte not coming out with a wide range of darker colors, and I totally agree, like that sucks. I couldn't imagine what it feels like to be in that position, but to be honest, Tarte's not the only one who has done that, or who does that. So yeah, they did get a big slap in the face for doing that because they are such a well-known brand, but they're not the only ones who have done that. So I'm so glad people are passionate about that and want to get their thoughts out there and send a message, which is awesome. But make sure you're not just bashing one company, and let the whole beauty industry know that people of a darker color need more shade range. We're not all white and we're not all pale. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. So really, I don't think I have anything else to say about it except to get the 2 thumbs up. Again, some foundations might work well for others and might not work for others. So I've heard some really awesome things about this, and I've heard very rarely bad things about this. So yeah, would definitely recommend the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I think it's awesome, and I will be buying more. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to leave them below. You can also reach out to us on Instagram or Twitter. We are Vogue Bandwagon across all of our social media handles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it helped you on deciding whether you want to purchase this or not. I think you should. So thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.